Hi, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Orlando. I'm currently training for the Montreal Marathon. This is week 8 of 16. I'm halfway through, so I want to share some of my thoughts on how it's been going up until this point and how I think the rest of the training is going to go. Honestly, this training block hasn't been going great overall. I've been showing up consistently, but it's mostly been just extremely grueling. I know that's what marathon training is supposed to be, but all my paces have been really hard to hit. And I don't know, there's been a lot of change in my life the past few months. I moved countries, I started a new job. So I guess there's a lot of mental adaptation going on around the marathon training. I think I'm just tired. I don't know, man. I felt sick this past week. And I guess I sound like I'm complaining. That's not the point of this video, but it is to check in with how it's been going, and it's been really tough. But I feel like more tough than it needs to be, and maybe I need to sleep more. I don't know. Maybe I need to eat more. I think I'm eating enough. I did start a new job, so that's really cool. I'm excited about that. It's in digital marketing, and it's for a healthy food brand, which is cool for me because I like eating healthy and lifting and running. At the same time, it's made me realize just how much needs to be optimized for running and general training, marathon training. I already know this. I've been fitting in my training around full-time work for the past 2 years. I know it's a lot. It's making me realize just how much mental fatigue impacts physical fatigue. And I know the training will get back on track over time, but right now I'm really just experiencing that. And I think I even got a little bit sick. I just feeling generally run down. Also, the volume and the intensity of my training is increasing, so sleep really needs to be dialed in, and it has not been lately. I just had a progressive tempo run. It was supposed to be 2 kilometers at 4:50, 2 kilometers at 4:35, 2 kilometers at 4:25. I think I hit the first mile, so 1.6 kilometers. And from there, it was just downhill, and I just had to slow down. My head was throbbing. That's also what running is sometimes. Sometimes it's always hard, but sometimes it's just really unforgiving. I have another really big workout on Saturday. It's a 24-kilometer long run with some race paces in it. I'm supposed to do a 12K easy run tomorrow. I've been playing with the idea of skipping it because it's an easy run and I feel like I should really sleep, but at the same time, I hate skipping workouts. It's hard for me to know when to skip it or when I'm just being lazy or something. I just feel like I'm being lazy really quickly. I'll see you on Saturday. That was hard. 24 kilometers long, 6 kilometers chill, 6 kilometers faster, 11 kilometers at marathon pace, and then 1 kilometer chill. It's so hot today. I've been thinking also that last marathon I did, it was a spring marathon, so I was training in the winter. And this time it's a fall marathon. It's the first time I'm training for a marathon this summer, and it's been really, really hot. It's been getting hotter and everything. And I've been in my head a lot about hitting my paces or more like not hitting my paces. And I think the heat is also like a component with a lot of other components. I was reading a Runner's World article yesterday about adjusting your pace in the heat. And you know how they say summer miles bring fall smiles and all of that. But I had never really internalized that you can still be making progress at a slower pace in the heat because physiologically, as I understand it, your body's doing the same thing, even if you're not going as fast. But it's easy for me to get tied to a number, to like a certain pace or a speed that I want to hit, especially this being the second time around. Honestly, I've been kind of sick the past week, so this felt better than I thought it would. It was still really, really hard, and I thought my head was going to explode, but I didn't feel as terrible as I felt on my tempo on Thursday. I wasn't feeling too great, and now I'm feeling a bit better. I'm going to go hunt for food, and by hunt, I mean probably open Instagram and Google Maps and see what kind of good food there is around here. Maybe it'll be a pizza. Maybe it won't, though, because I don't really want pizza. That was weird, hearing myself say that out loud. Anyway, let's go get some food. That's week 8 done. I'm halfway through, which is weird to say out loud. I decided to skip yesterday's 12K easy run, and I think I made the right call because I hadn't been feeling good, and it's hard for me to actually skip runs during training, but I know it was a good call, and I know you're like supposed to sometimes, you should listen to your body, etc., but it's hard for me to actually internalize that. I'm glad I did though. I think it was really needed. That was a big week of training despite being 12 kilometers shorter. That long run was very tough. Next week I think is 65 kilometers. There's like some kind of crazy long run. It might be like 27 kilometers long, but it's all zone 2, which if I was only doing zone 2 training I would be completely vibing with that, but there's a lot of speed work in this training plan, so my legs are tired. I'm proud of myself for showing up. Affirmations and stuff. Alright, that's week 8. I will see you next week for week 9 of training for the Montreal Marathon. Thanks for watching. Peace.